Hello, this is Brittany here from Orchard Corset, and I am here with our friend Adrian.
Hello.
And we are going to show you how to measure yourself for a corset. So Adrian here is going to take her measurements, and I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them that we need, and you can just follow along and then take these when you fill out the form to talk with our sizing team to find your best corset size for you. So the 5 measurements that we need to get are underbust, natural waist, squished waist, upper hip, and then seated torso length. So we're just gonna go from the top down and start taking all of them. So Adrian has her little measuring tape here. You definitely need a soft measuring tape to do this. Please don't try to use like a construction hard measuring tape. They just don't work quite the same. So the first one she's gonna get is her underbust, and it is just like it sounds. It's right underneath her bust line, like right about where your underwire sits. Yep, that is exactly correct. Yep. And so we just want to pull it just regular, like you don't want to pull it tight and you don't want it to be loose. And so if you can't see down over your chest, I just recommend finding the right spot, pinching it with your finger, and then you can see what it is. And we're not going to do it for the purpose of this video, but definitely write down every one of them. So she got her underbust right there, and now we're going to go to natural waist. And natural waist is above the belly button, so it's higher than most people think. And this is where the corset's gonna sit. The smallest part of the corset will sit right here in your waist. You can kind of see it on mine with my belt kind of defining it a bit. So we're just gonna go around the natural waist, trying to keep the tape measure as flat as possible, and it looks nice and parallel to the floor, and she's pinching it right at the little marker, and she'll be able to write that down for her next one. So she did this one just perfectly. And so it's not tight right now, but we're gonna do the squished waist measurement. And so for this one, Adrian, I just want you to hold both ends and then give yourself a comfortable cinch. So not as much as you would with like a corset perhaps. So it looks like you went in about 2 inches. So that's really helpful for our customer service team to have, to not only have that initial measurement, but then also the squished measurement, because that really indicates to us how far in size we can bring you down for your corset. So we've got underbust, squished waist, and natural waist, and now we're gonna go down to upper hip. So upper hip is just what it sounds like. It's not the fullest part of your hip. So Adrian's not gonna come all the way down here and get like her booty in the measurement or anything. Just get in the top of that hip. And again, not snug, not like lax. Perfect. Okay. So, and then just the same thing, we're just gonna hold it right there so that she could see it, and then she'd be able to write it down. So we've gotten all 4 of the circumferential measurements. Now we're gonna do the torso length. This one can be a little bit tricky if you have a heavier bust line or if your belly doesn't sit flat when you sit down, but some ways to grab that really easily is while standing. So Adrian, if you take your measuring tape and you put it underneath your bust, about in the center, and then you're gonna, just like that, and you're gonna bring it straight down. Perfect. And now this leg, if you kind of lift it up, I think you got it right in the right spot. Yeah, so that's right about where your leg creases. So her corset can't go down any lower than that, otherwise she won't be able to comfortably sit. So Adrian's got about a 10-inch torso when she's doing that trick. And we also like for you to do this while sitting. So this measurement maybe is slightly different when you stand to sit, and that's okay. Our customer service team loves having too many measurements sometimes, so definitely send both of them. But I'm gonna have her do the sit test. So for this one, it's just like it sounds. She's just gonna sit, and it's the same deal. So she's just going to see how much space she has between her underbust and her lap. And it is just a little bit shorter. So she was about 10 inches while standing up, and she is about 9 inches while sitting down. And our customer service team would really love to have both of those pieces of information to help her find her best fit. Those are all of the measurements that we needed. Underbust, natural waist, squished waist, upper hip, and seated torso length. If she were also wanting an overbust recommendation, she would include all of those measurements plus her best fitting bra size to tell our team. And then they would be able to help find her her best fit. So we hope that you found that really helpful. We're gonna put in the description box the best fitting corset for Adrian, just so you can kind of get a gauge of how your measurements correlate with a size and style, and that should be able to help you a little bit more. But please feel free to drop any of your questions down in the comments below or message our team directly and they will be able to get back to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your help, Adrian.
It was fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye.